I don't fuck with that shit at all. I don't think it's cool. Fake friends. How many of us have them? The ones we can't depend on. I can't depend on this fool. I can't call him and be like, yo, drop everything right now. I need you. He's told me that, yo, if you ever in like some sort of shit, you can always call me. Nah, but apparently not. Because when I call you, it's an issue, right? Whatever the fuck it is. So it's kind of like,
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Sir Bavelli, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior, Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live in direct. It's your boy, Mr. 9 Times in the rain here in lovely Ontario, California, with Presley freezing what would have been his balls off. He, before we actually get into the meat and potatoes of this shit, today's mathematics is knowledge and God all being born to build, destroy. So we have to use our God-given knowledge to further build on positivity or destroy on negativity. Always, always, always use your God-given knowledge to build in your life when it is pertinent, or destroy on the negatives when it's needed. And maybe I need to do a little bit of both. Who knows? Clean the house up, dog. Peace. Today's drip check, we have the Cavestone Jordan 4s, Fila Sweats, Imperial Everlasting, Radio Snowflake fucking hoodie, and Columbia Specs, and the Timex. Presley, what do you got on? Nothing but a top Paul collar, and we appreciate everybody out there for tuning in live. So, is that it? Yeah. So, it was Presley's birthday. I went and got him a filet mignon. The fucking filet mignon for the dog. Got him a fucking filet mignon, and he ate so much protein that he became constipated. So that happened to me when I was fasting. I had too much protein and I was constipated. Yeah, man. So when I was so fucking, if I were to give anybody out there like some advice when you get your wisdom teeth taken out, I would suggest that you fucking have like a whole diet plan out and shit. I don't think I ate any food. I don't think I ate any solid foods for like a good minute and shit. Whoa, you all right? Whoa, you almost fucking fell, bro. My bad. Somebody kicked my Pokemon out of the gym. These fucking fags. Let me see. My bad, y'all. Damn. That's crazy. So yeah, like, well, I was getting my wisdom teeth taken out, and I didn't eat anything solid. I was just drinking milkshakes and smoothies and shit like that. It was horrible. I thought I had an infection. There were no signs of an infection, but it was just the fact that I couldn't eat any solid foods, which was bumming me out. And I got constipated because I was just eating pasta and drinking a whole lot of protein shakes, and it sucked. So, what is it? So that happened, and same thing happened with Presley. I gave him filet mignon. It must have been too fucking much protein, and he couldn't shit. So there I am fucking with the wet food giving him, and he's good now. I was literally about to go take him to the hospital and shit because he kept waking me up. Like when the way I know he's like in distress, I came home at like 4 in the morning and he's right there fucking at the door. I said, yeah, that ain't no normal shit. So then I take him outside and I thought he did his business. We go upstairs. I want to sleep. He wakes me up like 2 fucking hours later, like at 6 in the morning. And I'm like, dude, you cannot be serious. Like, you know not to wake me up at 6 in the fucking morning. Wakes me up at 6 in the morning. I could tell he can't shit. He did that like 2 hours later. And then again when I woke up. So I'm fucking like, I'm going on my walk. I'm like having a fucking panic attack. I don't know if he's going to be okay. I don't know if there's anything wrong with him. But I'm not going to lie. It fucking, it scared me. So then, I'm on my walk. I come back. And my mom is like fucking screaming at me because I'm getting a little water in the house. Because I didn't like dry my feet all the way. You know, when you go for an hour walk, your fucking shoes are completely soaked, bro. Like, what else is new? That's not like no crazy shit. But, you know, my mom, it's like she's fucking crazy anyway. So I get a little bit of fucking water in the house. And there she is screaming about me. I don't even care about none of that bullshit. Why? Because I'm focused on my little angel right here. And I don't know if he's going to be okay, right? She don't understand that. She's wasting fucking money, giving people, you know, spending her money on fucking getting the house fucking not even like clean. It's not even like a real clean. It's like a half-ass bullshit ass clean. Like, you know, we clean better. We clean the fucking shits better at our work. You know what I mean? And we half-ass them shits. So it's like, whenever I get mad, bro, I just detach. Like, nah, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just completely detached. You're not here anymore. I'm fucking somewhere else. You piss me off to that point where I'm fucking the planet Andromeda. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I ain't gonna let your negativity affect me type shit. And so, with Presley being constipated, kind of ruined the whole thing for me. But either way, it was super cool that we were able to give him some wet food and he could shit good. And you're good now, right, buddy? You're good? You're good? Yeah. I don't really have anything planned to say and shit like that. It's just a couple things have been going on in the news. Fuck. This fucking watch is too loose and it fucking pinches my hairs and shit. This shit fucking sucks sometimes. Pause, but yeah, man, just life is good right now. You know, I was going through some real turbulent shit over the past couple of weeks. Cause you know, y'all know how it is, man. When it comes to like my family and shit, bro. Like, I've said it 1,000 times. I don't need to explain it anymore. Like, I don't like being around certain family members, and that's all it is. Like, I could tolerate 99% of my family, and I like 95% of my family I could tolerate. Maybe not even 3% of them I really rock with. And it's like 2% of them I really don't like being around. You know, there's just family members like that are like that. Like, they're fucking dickheads. You don't want to be around them. They say slick shit or they try to be funny. And it's like, no, bro, it's not funny. Like, I've tried to draw the line with you so many times and you still don't fucking get it. So at that point, you're just a dumb fuck. And I can't be around you. I can't be around no dumb fuck energy. You know, Lotto got to make, that's the next song, fucking talk about big dumb fuck energy. But so that was going on. And then at work, fucking this shit was getting stupid too. So I'm like, great, like I'm pissed off in my personal life and I'm pissed off in my work life. So this is fucking bullshit. But then it's like, you know, the Libra season has a really good way of like equating that shit, going back to equality. You know, if equality was a zodiac sign, it would be Libra. And funny enough, Libra is the 7th zodiac sign, so that would mean Libra is God, and God is, I feel, fair. Now, some people, they could argue that, all that bullshit, but God is equality nonetheless. Like, that's how I feel. Maybe you might not see it that way, and yada, whatever, right? You could argue against that. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, Libra season, I was ready to fucking to tap out and shit. And then Scorpio season going in was super intense, and it's still intense now. I feel the energy heavy, but it's like really, you know, I feel like I'm in a better space right now, so that's all that matters. I'm getting like I'm happy with my life. So I don't want to jinx it or jinx myself or anything like that. I just feel like things are going really good, and you hold on to, when something's good, you hold on to it and you don't let it go and you don't let it affect you. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I would love to go into detail, but just my life is sweet right now, so I appreciate that a lot. Thanksgiving's coming up. I signed up. I'm gonna work Thanksgiving. I'll probably bring apple pie to work and shit. So Thanksgivings when I was younger, it was like I feel like it was always like either my tia Georgina or my tia Carmen's house, and we would get together. We don't do that anymore. I don't want to go to either of their houses and shit. And just things change, as you grow up, and you have a certain nostalgic fondness for the past and the certain family members and memories you have attached to that in your mind. But like, you gotta wake up and realize like shit changes, bro. Like, I'm not a kid where we sneaking out at Thanksgiving and smoking a joint and coming back with red eyes, ready to eat half the kitchen. You know what I mean? That's just not what it is anymore. Like last Thanksgiving last year, I went to fucking McDonald's because my tío didn't even have the fucking turkey cooked. He just smoked the shit out of it for hours while he was getting shit-faced. And he smoked it for probably like almost 12 hours and it wasn't even cooked. Like, we still had to bake it. So I went to fucking McDonald's. They're miserable as fuck over there. They don't want to be there themselves. So, and last year's Thanksgiving, it felt the same way. It felt like, I was still getting a little bit of chili, but I wasn't as fly and all that shit. I was still trying to I wasn't making as much money. So it was like, I just bought the new camera. So it wasn't like how I'm up now. Like I'm way more up than I was before. My bank account, my checking account might not fucking express that, but my savings account sure as hell does. And that's the goal, man. I'm toning it back on the sneakers. I'm just toning it back on shit. I say that, but I look at what I'm spending on, and that just reminds me I gotta cut the fucking subscription I have to. I got Hulu, Disney, and ESPN. Why? Because ESPN has the fucking wrestling, and I haven't watched shit on Disney or Hulu, and I paid for it twice. So that means I wasted $80 or some shit, $90 on fucking 3 subscriptions that I don't even watch. Like ESPN, what did they have? WrestlePalooza and I think SummerSlam. Those are the only 2 pay-per-views that they had. WrestlePalooza was in Indianapolis. I think that was in September, and then October was fucking SummerSlam, and then War Games is probably for sure gonna be in on ESPN 2. It's going down in San Diego, and it'll be all good and shit. My bad if I'm pausing right now because I'm making sure no one gets my Pokemon the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Gotta defend my gyms, man. Just like how you patrol the walls, you patrol your gyms and you make sure nobody gets in that shit. We had a big Pokemon event the last 2 days. It was sweet. And the homie, man, what kind of frustrates me, I'm gonna put you down because I'm gonna put you inside. Hold on, my bad, y'all. What is it? What the fuck was I even talking about right now? I don't know, I forgot. So, was I talking about Thanksgiving? I don't know. But going back to Thanksgiving real quick, I remember one Thanksgiving my tia bought gravy, like KFC gravy for the gravy and shit. I was like, hey, this tastes like KFC. And my mom was like, shh. Like, she's trying to, like, for me to not be rude and shit. But it's like, why the fuck are we like that as people? Now I remember we're talking about Pokemon, but we'll get back to that. Like, why the fuck do we have to, especially like when I was younger, they would tell me as a kid, don't be a smart ass or you don't talk back. It's like, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, if I feel like I need to express myself and shit like that, I'm gonna express myself. I was never a kid to hold my tongue or none of that bullshit, bro. Even when it got me in trouble, I was just always like a airy, you know, I was Gemini moon all day, dog. So fucking, I don't give a fuck how anybody says or fucking what they think and shit like that. Like if I want to talk about how stupid your haircut looks, I'm gonna talk about it, and you could talk about my haircut if you want. But guess what? My shit's flyer. Can't nobody deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me, bitch. Is big fucking Triple Valley. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, man, Thanksgiving, playing loteria, you know, cakes and pies and good turkey and shit like that. When I was a kid, I always liked the ham. Now I don't like pork at all, or ham, or what the fuck is ham made as? Pork, right? Nah, like, get the fuck out of here. I get turkey stuffing, the fucking Hawaiian rolls, and the mashed potatoes, bruh. Lactose can't really do the mashed potatoes unless it ain't got no real milk in it. Or the mac and cheese, bro. My fucking tia make like a killer fucking 7 cheese fucking mac and cheese and shit. Like, she put all the fucking cheeses together and makes the Avengers of cheeses about that shit. You know what I mean? And that shit's wicked as fuck. Who's this? Oh, this fucking cocksucker. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get you out of here, doggy. You fucked up. All right, that's cool. So. Pokemon, right? The homie and shit. You know, one day you grow apart from people. So one day I'm kicking it with the homie and I really feel like it's like some sort of level of jealousy with this dude, right? And I feel it. I feel that energy, and I feel like it has a lot to do with how much money I make. But it's just, that's always been my life. People have always called me spoiled and jealous and shit like that. And it's funny because in one of my songs I said poses can never imitate the pain. So yeah, like I get everything what I deserve in my life, the good and the bad. I feel like I deserve that shit. I deserve all the pain I ever fucking endured in my life because it showed me the strength. You know, I deserve every day I didn't have $1 because I got dollars now. Like, I'm dollaring up around here, and that's what I deserve. You know, fucking, I have no regrets in my life, and I deserve every fucking dime because I work hard for that shit. Because there was fucking a whole lot of days where it was like people try to get me fired, take the food off of my plate, fuck with me, fuck with my financial stability and all that shit. And it's like, fuck you, suck my dick. You know what I mean? Like, the only men that want to see another man down or fucking poor and all that shit are fucking bitch ass levas that have no fucking, that don't deserve to breathe the same air that I breathe in this fucking universe, bro. You get what I mean? So I've always felt the jealousy. I've always felt the negativity, and I'm real sensitive to that shit. I'm really one of those, like, what do they call them? Like, fucking force sensitive ass Padawans and shit like that, where it's just like, I know when people, like, I see through people so fucking clearly, and it's just, that's what I'm saying. Like, people themselves don't even know their own energy. You get what I mean? And I know myself, and I know the type of energy I like to be around. And when I feel like when the energy is contaminated, I have to just get away from that. So with the homie and shit, I knew, bro, like, this one time when we kicked it together, I just wanted to kick it and eat and chill. You know what I mean? I wanted to kick it with him and I joke around, but he's a sensitive Sally, so I can't joke with him like that. And I'm not calling him like a bitch or an asshole, and I'm getting sprinkled on over here. Holy shit, pause. But oh, it's this shit right here. Fuck. God damn it. Hold on, let me move up. But yeah, like, it's not like I'm trying to hurt the homie's feelings and shit. It's just like, that's just, you know what it is. I mean, that's how I joke around. And if you can't joke around like that, all you got to tell me is, bro, I don't joke around like that. Please don't joke around like that. I don't think that's cool. Great. We could fucking, you know, it's always an open dialogue with me. If that's not how you joke and that's not if that's disrespectful to you, you let me know. But the fact that shit got to be like blurry gray areas, I don't like that shit. Get that shit the fuck away from me. I don't want to deal with none of that shit. You get what I'm saying? So with the homie, the last 2 times I ate with him, the last time, I could just like sense, like, when I was talking to him, I got the feeling of, oh, like, you don't really, we're not really friends because we're friends. We're friends because you have something to gain from me, or it's like convenient, or friendship is convenient for you because of like X, Y, and Z. And I don't like that shit at all. You get what I mean? Friendship means very little when it's convenient. John Wick 4. Great quote from the Chinito. Pause. My bad if that came out as racist to anybody, but you know, I really don't like that shit. I don't like the superficial, we're friends and ha kikiing when it serves a one-sided purpose and shit like that. Because, bro, like I've really going through shit in my life. And what's up, Presley? And I don't like none of this bubblegum bullshit that people try to get me confused with. I have literally no time in my life. If I ever hang out with you, and if I ever take time out of my life from the shit that I have to take care of in my day to day, like fucking my podcast or my music or spending time with my family and shit like that, you gotta fucking like respect that shit, bro. You know, I don't give a fuck what you do. Like, if I'm trying to compromise my whole schedule for you and you don't respect that, it's like, come on, bro, really? Like, you know. So with the homie and shit, like I'm just like, nah, that's shit, bro. Like, we're not really the last time we hung out, it really made me realize and shit, because I thought we were really cool. Like, I thought, oh, okay, like we could get back in the rhythm of like kicking it regularly and shit like that. But as we were messaging each other later, I was like, oh, like we're not even friends. We're not even friends, bro. Like, I'm somebody you could gain something from, and that's fucking whack. Like literally, I would call him just to chop it up with him. And then it was one day where he was like, oh, man, like, you know, I didn't want to pick up the phone because you were going to, like, talk to me all night and I have work and all this other bullshit. I want to tell him, man, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, hang up on me if that's the case. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm that much of a bother to you, don't fucking, you know, don't pick up. Just tell me straight up, man. Like, fucking, I don't want to talk to you. And you'll save me a whole lot of time and energy on my end, because I don't do none of that shit. I don't do this fucking blurry bullshit, you know? Like, what type of shit is that to tell somebody? Like, oh, I didn't want to pick up the phone because I know you would fucking talk my ear off or whatever. It's like, man, what the fuck? What if I was going through some shit? What if I really needed your help? You don't even think to be like, oh, man, like cool about it. You just thinking about you in that situation. I have no room in my life to be around people that only think about themselves. Fuck that shit. Fuck all those people, bruh. It's always, you gotta meet me halfway. I'm in this episode of my life, chapter fucking 9. It's called, Can You Meet Me Halfway? If not, you're gonna get the fuck up out my way. Biatch. You know what I mean? That's the chapter of my life I'm in right now. You know? I'm so dead ass right now. Like, it pisses me off because I feel like I give so much of myself and my time and my energy for people to fucking just be like, I'm gonna take advantage of that. Oh shit, is my laptop getting fucking spilt on? Hold on. Let me see. No, I don't think so. But I'm getting fucking rained on over here. What the hell? Yeah, man, it's just like, I don't fuck with that shit at all. I don't think it's cool. Fake friends. How many of us have them? The ones we can't depend on. I can't depend on this fool. I can't call him and be like, yo, drop everything right now. I need you. He's told me that, yo, if you're ever in like some sort of shit, you can always call me. Nah, but apparently not. Because when I call you, it's an issue, right? Whatever the fuck it is. So it's kind of like, I don't know what the fuck it is, man. I don't believe in what people say. I believe in what people do, bruh. I don't give a fuck how much, how eloquent you speak and and you can make your case about how you love people and everything is a party and you love just people in general. That's not what it is, number one, and that's not what it feels like, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, there's some people that are just fucking bold-faced liars unto themselves. People would love to think that they're very loving and giving and polite and nice, and maybe on the surface when you meet them for the first 5 minutes they are, but once you get deeper, you're like, man, this fool don't even love himself. He don't even love himself. He don't even respect himself. Why would I expect him to respect me? He can't do that for himself, so why would I think he could do anything for me in my life? You know? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to hang around those people. I'm just saying if you are going to be hanging around those people, know who they are. Are they around you just so they could fucking drink and do drugs and fucking do this fucking very surface level shit? I ain't going to do that. When I link up with like a mix, when I link up with a 30, we making music, we talking our shit. It's like a real intellectual and mentally like stable connection and shit. I don't feel like when I hang out with them that they want, like our friendship is dependent on them needing anything from me. If anything, I feel like we're in a connection where we need each other. Like, let's say with Mix, I need to go with him and fucking I need to get some shirts done. So what do? I go all the fucking way out to I don't even want to say what. Well, I guess I have shouted it out at this point, but I gotta go all the way to Paramount to his shop to get some work done. Right? I'll get some food. I'll offer him some food or whatever the fuck. We chill. We build. We kick it. You know, I'm not a big fan of them smoking weed, but whatever. Like, it is what it is. I need to get some work done. We're all in a creative space where everybody's doing their own thing, and we're all creating our own energy based on like carnalismo and shit like that. That's just what it is. And if it's not gonna be that, that's fine. I don't want you in my life. I don't. I love everybody out there, friends and family included, who've snaked me on some shit for the fuck of it. I don't want to be around y'all. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You know? That shit is weak as fuck, bro. When people like try to make you feel guilty because of your decisions, I'm a grown ass man, bro. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. You know? I've been doing that since I was a kid too. But if you're gonna learn anything about me, there ain't no convincing me to shit. I'm gonna do what I want, and it's fuck if you don't like it. You know? There's just like we gotta people throw around big words that they don't even understand what the fuck they're saying. When we talk about love, when we talk about friends, when we talk about respect, when we talk about loyalty, that ain't just we took a couple photos together somewhere one time and I post them on my Instagram and I make everybody think we're best friends when like certain people know that you're not, you know, and it's crazy to me, bro. Like, cause that would never be me. If you ever see me like in a picture and a photo, especially with the photo that I posted, I genuinely rock with every single one of those photos, people in those photos. When we took the fucking Boyle Heights picture, those aren't my friends per se, but that was a show that I threw with artists that I liked, right? But like with Santi, you know what I mean? Fucking, we've only kicked it like a few times, but like that's like a real good, genuine person in my life. You know, I still need to call him and chop it up with him, but we're both busy, you know, like fucking, he's got his family he's taking care of. I got mine that I'm taking care of too. You know, and we got, you know, there's some like, I don't know if I told anybody this, but, like me and Mufasa, we just like reconnected. You know what I mean? We spent 5 hours on the phone. You know, I was just fucking spoiler alert. Like I want to get him on the podcast in person, but also too probably before that on the phone, just so he could fucking, you know, chop it up and give everybody, you know, an update on what he's doing, because he's on his own right now. He's doing his own thing. He's on his own. And I understand from his perspective, he's living his life the way he wants to do it. I can't fault him for that. You know, I was really upset at him because he just cut me off. But he said sorry like so many times. The first thing when we pick up the phone, that's like the first thing he told me. Like he apologized like 3-4 times or whatever. And you know what? Just thinking about all that shit, I just stood quiet and I was like, okay, like, you know, not in a dismissive like, oh, okay. Like it was like, okay, like, let's go from here. The whole fucking, you know, oh, like, he didn't talk to me. Like all crying about it. Like, man, shut the fuck up, bro. You know what I mean? I know my cousin, Mufasa's like a brother to me. You know what I mean? I know he didn't fucking stop talking to me because I did something or he felt like fucking, I was an asshole to him or something like that. He went and did his own thing. That's all he did. But some people that are fucking dickheads and can't see beyond their nose are gonna take that personally, and I can't blame anybody for that shit. But I'm a fucking grown ass man, and my level of understanding in psychology is so like deeper than what a lot of people think. A lot of people think I just come on here and I bullshit and I talk for a lot of the shit I do. It's like fucking entertainment, right? But on some real shit, bro, I love my cousin to death. And if he didn't want to talk to me for years and we finally reconnected, we talked for 5 hours on the phone, dog. We talked like last week. You know, if that's the most that my cousin could take out of his time and his shit to talk once a week with me, that's fucking more than enough for me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, people really gotta understand where they're coming from and where they're going with their fucking energy. You know, like, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I texted my tío, Frankie. I shouldn't even have said his name, but whatever, weird. So I texted him because I needed some advice for work. He never texted me back. Literally, like, a day or two later, he fucking tells my dad for me to give him Mufasa's number. So my dad calls me. My dad wants me to text my tío Mufasa's number. And I just said, sure. But like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I ain't going to give him his fucking number. If Mufasa, if my tío wanted, you know, his number or whatever the fuck, he would have got it in some sort of way, some sort of capacity. Number one, you ain't responding to me. So I ain't going to do that shit. I don't fucking like that shit at all. Where people do this like beat around the bush shit to fucking like communicate with each other. Like, don't ever do that in your life. I feel like there's rain coming down over here and shit. There's definitely some droplets of water I feel going on the laptop. But we're going to try to thug it out for like the next 10 minutes or so, right? So what got me pissed was that my uncle has the audacity to not pick up the phone for his own fucking nephew, but he gonna call my dad and ask for a favor from me and shit? Fuck that shit, bruh. You got my number, you call me like a man, and you tell me what the fuck's going on. And if you can't do that, you ain't gonna get shit. And on top of that, my cousin don't want to talk to you. I know that for a fact because I texted him, and he didn't text me back. You know what that tells me? He don't want to talk to you. If my cousin don't want to respond to me, there's no way I'm gonna fucking give you his number. The fuck? You know what I mean? People really got to understand their actions and what they do and why certain people do certain things, right? It ain't no fucking mystery. There ain't nothing new under the sun. A lot of people just have to understand. They got to do the knowledge. Number one, what the fuck is the knowledge? You ain't speaking to me, right? What's the wisdom? Oh, you fucking didn't text me back, so you ain't gonna get shit. And my uncle, this is like the fucking second or third time where he's done this, where he's done me not want to fucking do shit with me, but yet he want to fucking hang out with my other cousins and shit like that. This is why you have been fucking excommunicado from my life of being my padrino. I wanted him to be my padrino. He couldn't fucking do it. Guess what? That's great. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You get what I mean? I didn't mean to air out my uncle like that, but it's just that shit like really pissed me off because we're going to have a real fucking understanding about who we are as men and who we are as genuine people and family in this fucking world, right? Like I said, man, it's a lot of smiles in the faces and knives in the backs, bro. Pause. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it stems from. I didn't even do anything to my uncle. I didn't smack him. I didn't bitch smack him. I didn't disrespect him as a man. You know what I mean? Any mistakes he felt like I made with him, he could have fucking pick up the phone and called me or visited me. Or fucking anytime we were together with him at my house, because I don't go to his house. He comes over here. He could have fucking just said what it is. But, you know, he ain't the only uncle like that, you know? And that's why, like, whenever I think of, like, I'm around my family and shit, I have this energy, but I have to keep it inside, man. I ain't going to cause no scene. You know what I mean? I'm going to just get fly and let my energy speak for itself. If you don't like that, fuck you. You know? So, it is what it is. It's just, you know, I feel like a lot of my family members that should have looked out for me, they didn't. They were supposed to be my support system. They weren't. Shit happened in my life. They were supposed to be there. They weren't. And it's just that's the fucking fact of life. But I wouldn't change that for anything because it taught me a lot. It taught me, fucking sometimes it's just the roll of the dice, dog. I'd rather have the understanding and the clairvoyancy that I have right now and stay away from these people, not just my family, but friends and people in general, than to fucking just be like some of like my cousins and uncles and shit, where it's just our relationship is predicated on bullshit, Makes no sense. Why would I want to hang around you, bruh? Don't do that shit, bro. And like, you get what I mean? Don't try to overcompensate your time and energy for bonds that you broke, If you truly sorry and if you truly want to build bonds with people that you feel like you broken, and I'm not saying he broke shit. I'm just saying if that's what it is, because it feels like an overcompensation to me. Conveniently, you're going to be where Mufasa is. Conveniently, you're going to be around and fucking you obviously want to hang out with him and shit. He don't want to hang out with you. He don't even want to hang out with me. I want to go over there. I want to go over there and see him. He don't want to do that. He wants to come over here. Okay, well, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll see you over here. I'm going to respect people and the boundaries. I ain't going to fucking go bogart that shit. I mean, what's up, fool? Like, fucking, I ain't going to force nobody to like me at all or spend time with me. I love my cousin to death. If he says nah, like I'm gonna go over there, then that's what it is. And I love my cousin for that because that's clear dialogue and clear communication. That's the love we have for each other. It ain't no, oh yeah, like I'll come over whenever. Like no, it's like don't worry, I'm gonna be there soon. I want to go to Vegas. I want to go to the Nike store. I want to go to Adidas. I haven't been to Vegas in like fucking almost 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a good time with my fucking cousin. That's like a brother to me, But he don't want to hang out. So it's like, all right, well, fuck it then. That's what I'm talking about, meeting halfway. If you can't meet me halfway in my life, I don't have no fucking use for you. And it's not even like use for me, but there's no use of having us around each other. It's not fair to me and it's not fair to you. You get what I mean? If those connections and people, if those are the kind of connections that you thrive on, you go ahead and do that. That's not me at all. I don't want to be around people like that. I just too old for that shit, dog. I'm getting this money. I'm taking care of my dog. I'm taking care of the fishes. I'm taking care of what got to get taken care of. You should be focused on that too. You shouldn't be focused on drinking, partying, getting high. All that shit is for the birds, man. All that shit is for the birds, bro. There's no reason why you should be, dick deep in your 50s paws doing some fucking 19-year-old shit. You dig what I'm saying? There's no reason. There's no reason at all. Scorpio season is really it's transformative, man. I love all my Scorpios out there. I feel like I'm honorary Scorpio because my Pluto is opposite my moon in my natal chart. So I feel like I have scorpionic thoughts and shit like that. I'm a very transformative person. I lost a lot of weight and the da-da-das, right? So I just feel like from a energetic standpoint, I'm an honorary Scorpion. I think Scorpio girls are some of the finest women. I think they are the finest women of the zodiac. I say Scorpio number 1, Gemini number 2. Then after that, maybe like I don't even think there's like a 3. I don't even think it goes beyond there. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll go Scorpio, Gemini, maybe Taurus, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Pisces is somewhere in there. And then it kind of dropped Pisces and then I guess Aquarius. And I guess Leo after that, which is the opposite, which is funny. I'm still into astrology, but some of that shit I don't really understand because I feel like I think I'm just like a higher level of a score of like a just a person and like what energy and frequency I vibrate on. So when people be like, oh, I don't understand that, like that ain't me and all that shit, it might not be, because you might be on a higher level. You know, a lot of people, like, when they shit on scorpions, it's like, oh, they're emotional, they're clingy, or they're loyal, or they're like, some of the negative things is like they're sex addicts, or they're fucking just moody, bipolar and all that shit. It's like, okay, yeah, but that could be a lower level Scorpio. I could totally see that, but I could see that for any sign. I feel like Scorpios, the scorpionic energy, it all deals with karma. Scorpio's very intense. It's very loving. It's very karmic. You know, so you're dealing with people on operating on that type of level where it ain't no superficial bubblegum shit like a Libra or or any of the air signs like Gemini and then Aquarius. It's like air is up here, Scorpio's way down here in the water. Scorpio is the deepest depths of the zodiac. It's way the fuck underwater, right? And then the highest form, I feel like above that, the opposite of Scorpio, off tops, is it not Virgo? No, it's Taurus. So Taurus is probably the highest level of like, or maybe the lowest level of Earth, and then the lowest level of fire would be Leo, and then like the lowest level of air would be Aquarius. But as far as like Scorpio, I think it's just the deepest sign. I think it's the most awesome sign. It's very transformative. Gemini's in there too, and that I swear to God, Gemini and Scorpio energy are so like complementary and like compatible to me. But it could be one of those where it's like, you know, you get air and you get water. So what is that? That's like a vacation, right? To me, that's like fucking like Waikiki, Hawaii, some shit like that, right? It's like a nice breeze in deep, cool blue waters, right? When it's going good. When it's going bad, woo, man, that energy together is a fucking hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a Serbavel. So, like, you know what I mean? I think all the girls I've talked to and have got with are Scorpios in some sort of sense. The first couple of girls I was rocking with the Scorpio suns, and now I'm kind of like, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say it. But Scorpio's always in that energy of like women that I like because they're very deep, they're very beautiful, they just like, they're intense, and that's just what I need. And but also too, it's like that fear of intimacy and like being attached. It slows me down, because if I were to get like with just a purely like Gemini sun and all that shit with like none of like the water in it, it'll go too fast, and that'll scare me because I'm a half and half. I feel like I'm really like I have Gemini, I have Scorpio moon. I really feel that. I have a lot of Scorpio aspects in my shit, but also too I have Gemini, and then also too I'm a super Capricorn too. So I have a good blend of shit that like rolls together with me, you know. I'm not all the way balanced. I try to be, but that's all we could do, bruh. So just Scorpios in general are I feel like are cool people to be around. Even when they're dicks, they're cool to be around, you know. At least I know they won't say some slick shit, really. They'll just kind of be amongst themselves. You know, but dickhead Scorpios are dicks to be around for sure. But really cool Scorpios are really cool to be around, you know. As far as like, yeah, like some of the coolest guys out there are Scorpio guys, and some of the most beautiful. And I think Scorpios, the Scorpion energy makes girls very sexy. Like it just like. They could be like medium ugly too. Like they could have like physically wise, they might not be the best looking, but it's just that energy. It just like, you know, that fucking Addams Family with Morticia, like she's in complete black, bro. Black makeup, she's fucking pale and black. She's black and white, bruh. But she's sexy as fuck, bruh. I tap that ass anytime, bruh. I fucking smash her through a fucking brick wall. You know? But that's just what it is. Scorpio's a very black and white energy. It's like, it's either fuck you or I love you. And it ain't really no in between. Them girls don't operate on that level, bro. If you in a gray area with a Scorpio, I would try to figure that shit out fast. You do not want a Scorpio guessing on where you guys stand, because they will make the decision for you. I've had to do that, and other Scorpions have had to do that for me. You know, it ain't no funny business, bruh. Scorpios ain't playing around. They'll sting you, get you the fuck out of the way, have a good life, and they're gonna transform. It goes like, what is the manifestations of Scorpio, buddy? Is it? I think it's the Scorpion, then it's the something else, and then it's the Phoenix. The fucking Phoenix rises out of the ashes, you know, and that's the fucking death and rebirth. That's what Scorpio. That's what Pluto rules, right? It's like death, rebirth, transformation, you know. I love it. Scorpios can be assholes for sure. They can bring you down. They at the lowest, they're energy vampires. They're bipolar. They're moody. Trust me, everything. They're some of the most toxic people to be around at the lowest level. But on the highest level, very outgoing, very leaders, intense. They want to see you do good. They want to change the whole vibe of the landscape. They're going to do what they can to make sure everything is happening for the better. You know what I mean? And I think that's, I think the message of the day, man, is you got to do things for yourself. Don't worry about other people. Other people, they can figure their own shit out. Make sure you are focused on you. Make sure you're loving yourself, respecting yourself, treating yourself with the utmost kindness, respect. You know, make sure just you're taking care of you, because you are number one. This is the God's Hour.
Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.